Oftentimes we're asked what constitutes a capital improvement project. This can be a multitude of things for the property. Often it's items that are going to cost more than $10,000 and can go upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars, similar to a roof replacement, an elevator modernization, or it can be as small as a fountain remodel out in front of the property. But all of them are going to be improving the property values and the longevity of the property to be considered a capital improvement project. So now that you've identified your project and now it's what's the next step? How do we get started? Who needs to be involved? And a lot of this goes into the planning phase, which is so important during this process of a capital improvement project. So first you want to get your engineers, your structural engineers, your architects, your management team, as well as your committee members. You have to have the community involved. And once you decide on what that project is, you have to look at all steps from the beginning to the end. And this may include items that may not be affected by the initial project that you're looking to do. It may be, if you're going to paint your building today, it may affect the landscaping outside. So you want to make sure that you're looking at all of those different items to capture them as a project as a whole, rather than it coming up later at the end of the project and going, oh, we should have considered this, or oh, we forgot to do this. So now that you've identified the project that needs to be done and how you're going to get there, one of the most important items is having your community involved through this process, because you may need a material alteration vote. You might need a special assessment, or this project might be coming out of your reserves or some other funding source. So communication is going to be key. Involving the community from the forefront, having open board meetings, having that open transparency, and talking about the values and benefits as to why the project is important to the community. So one, it might be to improve your curb appeal. It's going to probably improve your property values as well. So there's many items to go into that. And you can use surveys, you can use open forums, as well as town halls are very effective to be able to have the professionals come in and also talk about what's required during those projects. It's going to be so beneficial to be able to have those different people to help support the board's decision into how they're moving forward, as well as allowing the membership to have the voice to be able to voice their concerns or opinions as well during the process. A reserve study should be conducted every 3 to 5 years as best practice. In addition, after any time a major component's been replaced in your reserves, you want to make sure you get that updated and in place with the new reserves. As well, if you do have an unexpected expenditure that may not be in alignment with the dates in your reserve study, you are going to want to get that updated so that it's aligned each year after. We get asked, do you need a project manager? Absolutely. This is such an important role for the association to ensure that the project is on time and within the scope of what they're looking to complete. So your project manager, they're going to be responsible for coordinating with the contractor, with the engineer, with the architect, with all the different disciplines that are going to be involved in your project, as well as they're going to have the expertise to know what are some of the pitfalls that may come into play for your project that you're going to go through. Your project manager, they're going to be working side by side with your property manager. And I know that gets a little confusing at times, but your property manager is going to be focusing on the day-to-day operations, and your project manager will be focused on the project at hand. And together they'll make a great team for a successful project.